AI. This is what happens when you don't practice. AI.
No, man, they got a heart of gold, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that, yeah. Well, we'll catch you later, all right? Yep, talk to you later. Yeah. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back once again to JJ's PC Build. You know, it's JJ with you once again. First time here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video or live stream. Today we're gonna talk about a thing that's been going out. Everybody's been saying AI, 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 especially at CES, and I hope everybody's having a good time over at CES. And congratulate to all the new small time creators that actually got a chance to go out there and be sponsored by those companies. Congratulations to you. I'm not, and I had a friend that called me, what was it, yesterday? He says, "Do you feel butthurt because none of these companies picked you?" I said, "No." I said, "Why would I feel butthurt? You know, either way you look at it, somebody's going to be out there reporting on it, and sure enough, you'll get the information. So why would I feel butthurt that I'm sitting here or sitting out there?" It would be nice if they ever picked me one of these days. Maybe when I get more subscribers, they'll pick me. But I'll tell you what, the subscribers I have now are very much appreciated. And I'm very happy that they're here. And I'll tell you this, I'm glad they subscribed to the channel. Even though it's a small amount. A small amount is a large amount, which you don't understand. See, because if I have over 800 subscribers and I have more than that in viewers, I'll put it to you this way. They're telling their friends and they're telling their friends. For every one person that subscribed to my channel or that views my channel, they're going to go tell 10 more. And 10 more is going to come over here and see what's going on. So now that 800 went to 8,000. And then they're going to tell 10 more. Then that's 80,000. And then 10 more becomes 800,000. So, I can get over 8 million viewers and subscribers on my channel. And these companies, they base themselves on numbers, what they can see. It's what they can't see is what they don't base their numbers on, what they can't see. Because I guarantee you, I know what I see, but I know what they don't see. So that's okay. Everybody's having fun at CES. I'm going to have fun with you guys here today. And that's to talk about Nvidia and the new DLSS 4.5. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to video cards and we're going to see what they have cooking, and we're going to take it step by step. And in the end, I'm going to give you my conclusion. So here we go, right off to the action. And now we're at the action screen there, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to talk about the DLSS 4.5. I know I'm repeating myself, but we're going to get it in there because we got to repeat ourselves. This is like coming from videocards.com. Okay, on the live stream that we did for AMD, we didn't really get to touch much on this, but I think it's going to be something we really want to touch on, because here's the jib. Here's the deal, guys. Everybody sits there and screams about fake frames, fake this, fake this. No, you don't understand. You can turn it on, you can turn it off. It's your personal preference to have it or not. Okay, nobody's watching you using it. Nobody's concerned about it. So why are everybody screaming about fake frames? They're screaming about it because they want the world to hear that they don't like it. And they have to have everybody around them not to like it. Okay, guys, I test every bit of the software and the hardware. So I'm going to tell you like this. Everybody can scream to the moon they don't like frame generation, and they want to call it fake frames. I even started to slip out with that and say fake frames. But I'm looking at it like this. I'm not going to look at it like this. It's a piece of software that Nvidia put with their graphics cards. It's not like it's going for AMD graphics cards, which it's not. It's not like it's going for Intel graphics cards, which it's not. So at the end of the day, it's going for Nvidia graphics cards, which it is. It goes with the 20. Now it's going to be with the 20 series. They're going to get one extra frame. 30 series, they're going to get one extra frame. 40 series, which they've already had one extra frame. And I don't count that X2 kind of thing, because you go from your original frame to the extra frame and boom, there you go. So 20, 30, and 40 series, I'm just going to put into that same rocket ship, because they're all going to get that extra frame. Some people say, well, yeah, J40 series gets an extra 2 frames. So what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it gets 1 frame or 2 frames. No, I don't. Because it's frame generation. It's an extra frame it's generating. Now, on top of that, you got the 50 series, which is going to get an extra 6 frames. Not an extra 6 frames. It's going to get an extra 2 frames, making it 6 frames. I had to correct myself. So you got your original frame, you get the 3 extra frames, so you got 4 frames, and then you get 2 more frames, so you get an extra 6 frames, 5 frames. If you want to look at it technical, yeah, it's your original frame, and then you got 5 extras. Some people say, oh, no, you're going to get 6 extra frames. No, you're going to get your original frame, and you're going to get 5 extras, so it makes a total of 6 frames. 1 original, and then 5 extra. For every extra frame, you're supposed to double up on your FPS. So if you're doing 60 frames per second, that means your next frame is going to do 60 frames per second. Then next and next and next supposed to equal up to 1 big FPS. And it's supposed to give a nice little bit of smoothing and, give it breathe a little bit of life into some graphics cards. Guys, remember, this extra generation of frames is not going to be for cards that are 8 gigabytes and smaller. I'm not knocking the 8 gigabyte graphics cards, but I just got done even telling Mr. Machine. I said 10 gigabytes or more. Then it'll be worth a little bit of something for those graphics cards that have been made. The ones that got more than 8 to 10 gigabytes of VRAM. Because with that extra frame generation, it's going to take away from your VRAM. So, and you have to balance it, and it's not gonna work as well as you want it to. So let's go back to the action screen, guys. Okay, let's see what they're saying about this. Nvidia is set to announce the DLSS 4.5 next step in DLSS 4 stack, with changes centered on super resolution with new dynamic multi-frame generation path designed to better match a display refresh rate target. Okay, so if I got 60 FPS on 1080p, I really don't need frame generation, if that's what they're saying. But for image quality on DLSS 4.5, right here, I know you guys are reading. Super resolution moves to a 2nd generation transformer model. Nvidia says the training pipeline now covers most failure cases and uses a large data set, with the goal of better temporal stability, less ghosting, cleaner anti-analyzing. The company is also shared a DLSS 4 versus DLSS 4.5 comparison slide that highlights reduced ghosting in motion. I'm sure they did, and I'm sure everybody's going to say, well, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's move on. More frames but dynamically. The dynamic multi-frame generation, as the name suggests, is not locked into a single multiplier. Instead, it may see 3 to 6 more frames depending on the settings. Nvidia frames this update as a way to deliver smooth gameplay on high refresh monitors, including 2 40 Hz panels. according to Nvidia DLSS 4.5, will have it will have day one on launch to support, and will be able through the Nvidia app. Okay, so I had to correct myself a little bit, so I'm sure you guys are going to roast me on it, but anyway. While dynamic multi-frame generation is coming later, Nvidia also says users feature dynamic adjusting how many frames are generated to meet that goal. Guys, we're going to get through this, and I'm going to give you my conclusion on this. Nvidia confirms DLSS 4.5 Super Resolution will be supported by all RTX GPUs 20 series, 30, 40, and 50 series. However, dynamic 6x frame generation will launch in the spring 2026 as an RTX 50 exclusive feature. So they got more details, and you can find out at CES and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now we're past the moment in time of truth and matter. I'm sure you guys can find the article on video cards. I'm not going to post it in the description because I don't want it to look goofy, but I'm sure you guys can find it going to videocards.com, looking up DLSS 4.5. I shouldn't have to post that for you guys to get there. So it's a matter of you going to your browser, videocards.com/DLSS 4.5. Boom, there's the article. So, but anyway, my conclusion of this is this. If they are giving one extra frame per second, this is just, they were speculating. Now, there are people out there speculating that they were going to give the 20 series, the 30 series, one extra frame for frame generation on 20 and 30 series. Guys, we all hope for a dream, and we hope that Nvidia makes a dream come true for some people that are running the older cards. But it really does not have the architecture to handle that one extra frame. Some graphics cards, guys, do not be disappointed if you get a graphics card with 6 to 8 gigabytes of VRAM, that it's not within the spec that you're expecting with Nvidia. Don't get butthurt over it. I'm going to tell you right now. This software was never intended in the beginning to go with the 20 and 30 series. Maybe the 40 series, but, and the 50 series, but the 20 and 30 series, it was never meant to be. But I'm glad it is. I'm glad Nvidia is working out these little problems, and I hope in the future that they make it even better for the 20 and 30 series, because of the Frame A Geddon that's going on. That these other companies are causing a whole bunch of problems when it comes to VRAM chips and SRAM chips. So you got the VRAM chips that are for your graphics card. You get the SRAM chips that are for your system RAM. So they're making it really bad. But the effort for Nvidia just to step out and say, hey, here you go for the 20 and 30 series, that will break the bank of AMD at this point. That will break the bank of AMD, especially if AMD's not doing it with the 9000 series. That's going to break the bank of AMD, because now you got Nvidia making a good faith gesture, but AMD's not. AMD's already reported to a couple reviewers that they're not going to make an effort to put anything from the 9000 series down on the 7000 series or the 6 or the 5000 series. So basically the 5, 6, and 7000 series ain't getting nothing from what other reviewers are talking about. I'm not going to mention the reviewers because that will become a copyright issue, and I don't want it to become a copyright issue. So I'm just saying other reviewers are saying this. So I'm listening to it. I know I take it with a grain of salt like you guys do until you see positive proof that it's going to go this way in an article that, AMD mentions that they're not going to do this. But if the reviewers are getting firsthand information and they got a lot of subscribers to their channels, not like mine, but theirs, I'm sure they're not going to stick their neck out for nothing. So there's got to be something more to that. So kind of keep that in the back of your mind as well. But as far as DLSS 4.5, I can see it going really well for the people that got 20 series and 30 series cards, especially you now if you got a chance to get one that's over in, let's say, eBay, and you got a good seller and everything else, and they're very prominent and their sales, people are really liking what they're selling to the community, like graphics cards and stuff that are working really well, and you get yourself your hands on one like a 2080 Ti or something, or like a 3060, they're going to do a refresh on the 3060. That's going to be even more fun, because somebody told me something about a 3060. When time comes, we will talk about it, because now it's going to become a refresh for Nvidia. But I'm gearing you guys up for maybe a possible in the future, thinking about testing one out. Just gearing you guys up for it. But anyway, I'm going to leave you on this note for this piece of software talk about with you guys. This has been really fun, but we're going to have even more fun when we find out about this DLSS 4.5. I know I don't have a 50 series card. I know it. But maybe I'm kind of gearing up for the 60 series, but also too, I'm working for something else. You guys will see in the future, things are going to start picking up for the channel, and we're going to get to that next level, regardless if YouTube keeps us back or not. We're still going to push on. We're still going to make videos. We're still going to do live streams. So be prepared. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Oh, did I do that wrong again? Yeah, I did do it wrong, didn't I? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, and don't forget about the notification bell. Because if not, you won't see us post for the next video or our live streams. So you'll be up in the air guessing, because YouTube isn't pushing our videos out. Even though that the community is millions wide, it seems that YouTube only pushes to a small portion of this community. And the rest of the community doesn't see anything, because I've already had a couple people tell me that. They said, I just looked into your channel. For some reason, I was flipping through. Guess what? I found your channel. It never came up in my feeds. And all I deal is in computers. YouTube, you're fucking up. Stop it with this AI shit. End of story. You're screwing up my channel. But anyway, I had to get that out there for a couple seconds. Apologize for my language. Didn't mean to come out broad like that, but I did anyway. But until the next time, guys, in the next video, you know who it is, and we'll see you on the next one. And don't forget, I got a little bunny on my hat. Everybody wanted me to replace my microphone, my 12-year-old microphone. I got a bunny on my hat. See, I got a bunny on my hat. It's not even working. So until the next time, guys, we'll see you on the next one.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.